then you are the one we are looking for. Consider the Society of Jesus. Join the church's gallant army and turn your world upside down. Call the Jesuits Vocations Promotions Team 426-6101, local 3406. Once again, 426-6101, local 3406.
Lamig, init, ulan, hangin, kumakalingang kalikasan. Ating alagaan at ingatan. Kumusta na ang ating kalikasan? Pag-usapan natin ang kalagayan ng mundo at kung paano tayo makatutulong sa pagkalinga sa ating tahanan. Kasama sina Father J.M. Manzano ng Kapisanan ni Jesus at si Dr. Abel Milton. Ito ang Tatak Kalikasan sa Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan.
Coming up next, the music class on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, radyo, Katipunan. Sa Blue Eagle kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay at tenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng kwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugod, todo sa kayon, tulong at tulong. Lipat na Blue Eagle, galing giting nagigil. Blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan. It's time for the music class. Join us for an evening of learning music and appreciating the art behind every hum, tune, and beat. Listen to engaging performances and insights from some of the top and upcoming musicians in the scene today. Tune in every Tuesday evening here on The Music Class. Let the music class begin.
Maayong gabi, good evening with love to the max, and welcome to the music class, your only music education class on air, live here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM and streaming on our Facebook page, YouTube channel, Zeno.fm, and the Ateneo de Manila University social media platforms. We are also live here at Radio Katipunan Studio. So I am your host, Mary RJ Alicanta Max, your one and only RJ with love to the max. And of course, together with us this evening are our special guests and talented Ateneans from the Blue Symphony Orchestra. Of course, narinig natin kanina from our opening number. He is, let's see, Eduard or EJ? Tama,
Yes.
EJ. And we have also Veronica. I think you guys could introduce yourselves first for our listeners and viewers.
Hello, I am EJ Mejilla. I am fifth year computer science and digital game design major. And I'm currently the principal violist of the Blue Symphony Orchestra. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Katie. I am in second year taking BS Legal Management, and I'm the student conductor of the Blue Symphony Orchestra.
Wow, we have here student leaders and also musicians and students here in the Ateneo. So, kumusta mo na? How are you guys this evening?
Actually, I did remark to Katie kanina na I was feeling a little sleepy, but after I got my performance in, energy again, energy. Yan. So I feel great.
Ikaw, kamusta naman, Katie?
Yeah, I was also sleepy earlier.
How
really.
sleepy?
But
Habang
yeah.
naghihintay.
But yeah, the energy's back.
The energy's back. I mean, ang galing din the EJ's performance. Wait, tama ba? Violist? Paano ba?
Violist, yeah.
Violist. Kasi it's, like, nung narinig ko most of the time, yung violin. And then, I'm not sure if it's really my first time. Baka hindi first time, pero parang like solo na nakikita ko. Like, kaya na-shook din ako. So, I think before we do like individual mga tanong or kwentuhan or chikahan for this evening, I think you guys could also share ano yung journey niyo with BSO, like paano kayo napunta sa BSO, and basically your music journey in life. Sige, sino ba gusto mag-start sa inyo?
Muna, Katie.
Bakit ako?
Nagpapasahan na, no? Sige, si Katie, okay.
What do I start with? BSO or like...
Pwede din music in general and then you can transition at joining BSO.
Okay, so music in general. I started with piano when I was 5 years old. Yeah, back in Zamboanga where I'm from. And then I took up violin at 7. And I took continuous lessons and then I stopped during the pandemic. And then 1 year later, I resumed online lessons at UP, College of Music Extension Program. And then after that, when face-to-face classes came back, I joined the Ateneo de Zamboanga University Concert Band. Shout out whoever's watching.
Yes, shout out.
And they were also on this show last year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Din sila, live yun na,
Yeah.
di ba? Zoom?
Yeah. So yeah, I joined them for 2 years. And that's where I got the inspiration to take up flute. I have only been playing flute since like 2023, 2022. And yeah, now it's Blue Symp.
Blue Symp. Amazing. Ang bata mo pa, like 5 years old ka nag-start, and then you're exposed to different kinds of musical instruments. Amazing lang, wala lang. So talented. Thank you. Like, thank you din for coming here tonight and also to share your music later on. So, excited din kami to listen to your music. Okay, so ikaw naman, EJ.
So, ayun, my music journey began when I was 10. So, isang araw, umuwi yung nanay ko, tas may bit-bit na violin, actually. So, I started the violin. And then, from that day on, I took lessons. Pero medyo, I would say, it's a bit erratic. So, 1 year, I would be really into the violin, and then the next I wouldn't play. So it's been a bit rocky at the start. And then I did join an orchestra, the Angmishan Children's Orchestra, around 2018. And then I briefly played for another orchestra, the Orchestra for the Filipino Youth, or OFY. And then I had to quit during the pandemic. And then even into my first year in Ateneo, right? It was still the pandemic. I was aware that they had the Blue Symphony Orchestra, but I never actually got into joining it because I didn't really understand how it would work in that sense. But ayun, second year of my Ateneo life, I applied as a violinist. Still for the BSO. And then it wasn't until next year when the former president tapped me and said, hey, why don't you try the viola? And ever since, I've stuck with it. Yeah.
And until naging principal
Yes.
ng mga violist.
Viola, yes.
Viola, principal ng viola. Oh. Like, it's so inspiring lang na, like, there are moments then in your life na parang feel mo na, okay, like, hindi ka na nagpa-practice ng violin. But then, like, after a year or maybe after some time, you still, like, continue pursuing music. Kaya, like, nakaka-inspire lang din na it's really not always like rainbows, happy na, yung may passion in music, ganito talaga. Like, there could be times na wala ding siguro motivation to play, ganun. Pero speaking of, yung pag-tap sa iyo about becoming a violist, kumusta naman yung experience? Like, were there, like, grabe yung transition or adjustment?
Sige, I'll speak a little bit more into that. Okay. So, coming into the year kasi, if, let's say I didn't join the viola, either there would have been no other student violist for the Blue Symphony Orchestra, or she would have tried to tap another one, So, it was a bit, this is certainly one of the bigger decisions I've made in this orchestra. So, transitioning there was definitely some stuff to learn. So, yun nga, compared to the violin, mas malaki yung viola. So, and then mas mababa din siya. I had to read an entirely different clef. So, my sheet music is different from everyone else's. But after a while, I was able to fit in with the orchestra naman. I was able to play alongside Blue Symphony. Yeah.
Oh, building on that story, na-curious din ako ano yung inspiration mo to continue to, kahit diba mahirap and madami kang adjustments, tas iba yung sheet music mo, like paano yung pagpapatuloy mo sa pagiging violist?
Well, love ko naman talaga yung mga orchestral music. If you've ever watched or been to an orchestral concert, the sound that all these instruments makes talaga is very harmonizing. You feel it talaga, not just in your ears, but your entire body like vibrates as well to the tune of orchestras. So I really love that feeling. Kaya I wanted to be able to help the orchestra in finding some of the voices that it has, like the alto voice of the viola.
Oh, paulit lang ako. Ilan
Wala.
nga kayo ngayon sa na-violist? Ikaw lang ba mag-isa?
I actually have may katabi naman ako na isa. So there's a total of 2 violists this year and last year's. Na students lang. Yeah. Usually kasi during concert season, we tap on our alumni violists, or we sometimes get from guest musicians. Kasi kakaunti lang talaga yung mga violists compared to violins.
It's so amazing na yung connection din ninyo sa BSO. Like, hindi lang talaga na, okay, once you graduate, you're done. You could, so meaning like, it's really a family and they could still come back to and help then you guys for your orchestral pieces. Yes. Going back, speaking of Blue Symphony, I think it's also a time then you could also shout out sa mga kakilala niyo from BSO and maybe invite people to join BSO for next school year.
Please join.
Yes. We're very welcoming to all people who want to play music of all skill ranges. Like, we accept beginners, even those who've only played for like a month. We have members there. So, ayan, shout out to those people. Shout out to all the members of the Blue Symphony. But if you're listening, please focus on rehearsal kasi they're actually in rehearsals right now.
Gets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we actually took time off to go here. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
No problem.
for coming. Oh, nga. Like, may nabasa din akong comments. I'm not sure if you know, Caris?
Caris.
Caris. Gabi na, whoo, go EJ, go Katie, mga boss, yes. And then,
She's always
Dwayne,
on her phone.
sorry?
She's always on her phone.
She's always on her phone.
Shout
At least
out,
meron
Caris.
tayong supporters from USO. We also have Dwayne Agudong.
Yes.
Go mga boss. Oh, and then we also have from...
Wins section.
There,
Oh, ano no? Wins?
Yeah.
Oh, wins. Okay, baka break nila ngayon. Or, and also from Miss Jennifer Chua, good evening. A greeting. She's our admin here in Jessica. So nice to see you po, ma'am. And then we have Abigail La Chica.
Oh, yeah.
Go EJ. All right. So for our listeners and viewers, if you have any questions or if you want to comment anything, go lang guys. Please feel free to comment on our Facebook page and also on our YouTube channel and all our social media platforms to support our guests and also the music class. Okay, thank you. And thank you for sharing, EJ. We can also talk about Katie and then also your journey in, okay, you already talked about your musical journey. Siguro yung pag-transition kasi you mentioned na you just started din ng flute. Anong year na nga yan?
Like, 2022?
2022, late 2022. So how was it like? Anong difference ng other musical instruments? Like why yun yung napili mo to use as instrument when you joined the BSO?
Okay, so when I was first applying for BSO, I was thinking of joining as a violinist. So I was also a violinist back in the ADSU concert band. And then people were telling me like at the booth and even during like my performer evals, they were telling me, cause like I was like deciding like maybe I wanna try maybe do either, cause they were also telling me like we need wind players, cause there's only few wind players. So during my performer evals, I brought both instruments, and they were like, we can't force you to we can't force you to a certain instrument, but we'd prefer if you play the flute. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. And yeah, it's a really good decision in retrospect.
Nabasa ko from your write-up, like you're not continuing a formal music lessons used sa viola and then sa flute. So paano nyo namamanage yung self-taught, self-teaching? Paano ba yun? Like balancing, may school pa kayo, may ACADS, may practices. So paano? Sige, sino gusto mag-start?
You go first.
Sige, si EJ.
Ayun. So, usually, when tinatamad na akong maggawa ng mga homework, ganyan, I actually, one of the things I do is I just open my viola case and then I play for like 30 minutes just to, get my mind off the ACAD. So, pang stress din siya, but at the same time, I look to, even if I'm not taking any formal lessons naman dito sa viola, I look for advice from everyone who, our guest conductor is also a violist himself. So I do get a lot of advice from him on how to practice, how to improve my viola playing. So I take that into heart na lang whenever I try to self-learn the viola for myself.
So I just, whenever there's free time and like I really feel like I want to, like I practice. But like of course it's hard with ACADS and all. So like I just try at least like if there's a piece for the week, I try to practice it at least once. Or like as long as I get it. But like if it's difficult, I really like focus on it because like if I know that I can't play it like easily.
Nakaka-inspire talaga. Kasi parang, like really, ang daming ganap talaga sa academics, requirements, and then like school in general. And then you also have your personal commitments, personal life, and then you still have the time to practice. So kahit mga 30 minutes, like makaka-focus lang. It's really nice. It's already good. Okay. Amazing. And going back to Blue Symphony, kasi meron ding mga players from BSO na nag-guest na din dito. And then also we invited them last time to promote your concert, year-end concert, like yung this year lang. And then nakausap ko rin yung from Blue Symphony. And then, it's so amazing na we also have this episode to hear from different musicians playing different instruments. And then, at the same time, students pa, like here sa atin. Kaya, yun, like, it's also an inspiring moment for our listeners and viewers na kung sino mo yung gusto mag-pursue ng music, even though they're still students and then they still have many things to do in life, kakayanin talaga with time management and everything. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing about that. Ito din, speaking of Blue Symphony, how has your experience joining in BSO shaped you, maybe not only as musicians, but also as student leaders, as student leaders, given that you have a lead role in BSO. Sige, si Katie na ngayon.
I'm very new to my role. Like, I just started this year, and yeah, I'm learning so much just since the beginning. Like, conducting is really not easy, but like it's nice to have our mentor, our OIC. He's really like teaching me like how to conduct well and what to fix and whatever I need to, to do so that the orchestra can play well.
Sige. Kasi for context din, si Katie kasi, yung nabasa ko sa write-up, you are the principal flutist, then CAP deputy, yung composers and arrangement, program deputy, and student conductor.
Yes.
So, ano ba yung ginagawa ng each, for like siguro for context and for our listeners and viewers na hindi rin familiar sa mga role na ito.
Okay, so the principal flutist is yung first flute. So like yung like they're the how would you say this?
Like the one who leads the flute.
Something like that. They lead the flutes. And then the deputy of the composers and arrangers, it's mostly just admin work, but I do some arrangements because that's what CAP or composers and arrangers pool does. But like my main role is really the student conductor because I lead rehearsals and I like guide the orchestra and shape the music.
Yung student conductor ba like the orchestra as a whole or yung mga nasa flute
No, as a whole.
As a whole. Wow. So, kumusta naman yung experience? If, like, it's okay with you to share about it. Kasi as a student conductor, wow.
Yeah, for me, it's like, it is really a challenge because, like, you have to really unite these people and make them understand how you interpret the music and communicate it to them well and be able to make the sound that you want in a way. So, yeah, I'm just glad I have good guidance and they're also very supportive, the orchestra as a whole.
That's so great to hear. And also about being an arranger, kumusta din naman? Like, how do you arrange music ba?
Basically, you get a song and like you make it fit the instrumentation of a certain ensemble. So like for BSO, you make it so that each like instrument has a part. Kind of. EJ arranges also. What can you say?
Sige, go EJ.
So you try to imagine a piece of work, any work. So pop song or it doesn't necessarily have to be classical, but you imagine how it would sound like as an orchestral arrangement. So you take the bass line, the harmony, the counter melodies, the melodies, and then you assign it to different roles to create this big picture that when played by the orchestra would sound very, it has a different feel compared to the pop songs themselves.
Ang galing. It's not only about how the musicians play their instruments, but also sa pagpaplano pa lang ever since, like the music sheet and how the pieces will be divided by each instrument to make the orchestra play the music na maganda talaga pakinggan ng mga listeners. Wow, amazing. And now, let's go to you, EJ, your role as principal violist. And then do you have any other roles then aside from being?
Okay, so, I actually took up a few admin roles aside from being a performer. So, 2 years ago, I was the VP for finance. And then right now, I am assistant VP for Internal Relations. So, and then, yun nga, na-mention din ni Katie na sometimes I'd arrange pieces. So, I've taken up a lot of these roles over my years dito sa BSO. So, I really learned how to, I guess, look at the bigger picture when organizing stuff like events. It's not just about performing, but about all the back-end work that has to be accomplished, that people need to put work in to make our dream of this concert a reality. Yun.
It's amazing. It's really amazing. I heard din kasi na you don't have to be a player or a musician to join the BSO. You can handle admin works. So, yun guys, listeners and viewers, if you want to help a BSO, feel free to join Blue Symphony Orchestra. And you don't have to be a player. You can help them behind the scenes. So, yun. And I think parang ang dami na nating napagkwentuhan. So, I think it's also nice to take a break from talking and also listen from another music prepared for us tonight by, of course, none other than EJ. So, siguro before... Ay, sorry. Katie, nalilito ako. 2 letters. Alam na ba? I'm RJ and then Katie and then EJ. So kami yung 2-letter names ngayon for tonight. So, yun. Maybe I heard, you will play Shabakano. Siguro before you play, could you tell us more about it?
So it's a famous song back in Zamboanga. So as the title says, it talks about the language Shabakano itself, how it's like based off Spanish kind of thing. It's very like a very upbeat, not upbeat, but like it's very like happy kind of song. So I just wanted to share it to, represent.
Yes, from Zamboanga.
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, this is Katie playing for us Shabakano. Wow, that was Katie once again. And now we have few comments. Sorry, guys. Sorry. We have few comments from our comment section here in the Facebook page. So, we have from Isabel Vera. Who go guys? I'm not mistaken, si Iso yung isang guest nung pumunta dito. Yeah, na nag-promote for your concert, year-end concert. Kaya hello, nice to see you again, Iso. Ryan Menchaten, tama ba? Let's go, Goats. Yes. And then from Mary Divine Tan, go Katie. Love from ZC. And then Ashley Pe, you're so cool, Katie. And then from Ishu Manuel, go Katie, go back from home. Yes, we really have a lot of supporters here tonight. So thank you so much, guys. And feel free again to comment down below if you have any questions for our guests. And you can show any sign of support. So yes, going back to Katie. Kasi yung pag-play ng instruments, for example, sa viola, may bow, and then yung fingers. And then for flute, you blow.
Yeah.
So, paano mo ba yung experience na pag kasi hindi naman siya like, di ba may hole? Hindi mo naman siya whole i-cover, di ba, when you blow the flute. So, maybe parang ano din siya, class din, music class for our listeners and viewers kung paano yun.
So, unlike other wind instruments like clarinet, saxophone, or brass like trumpet, you don't blow directly into the hole, but you like you blow over it and you angle, like you adjust like your mouth shape, or what we call the embouchure, in a way that it will be at an angle. Because how the flute works is that the air has to spin inside so that it will make a sound. So yeah, because if you just blow, there's no sound. But if you angle it, so yeah, that's how it works.
Sa tamang angle lang talaga, no?
Yeah, it's really your embouchure, your mouth, the way you shape your mouth.
How was your experience learning it? Like, with the first try ba nung pag-blow mo, parang, tumunog na siya, or parang ilang beses hindi naman. So, ano yung parang advice mo rin sa mga, baka meron din pala sa atin mga future flutists din, no? So, paano ba?
I think this is a universal beginner flute experience. Like, yeah, it sounds very airy, and then after a while of practicing, you start feeling dizzy because how much air you use. Yeah, that's really how it feels like in the beginning. But once you start correcting yourself and getting used to it, you can make a good sound and feel fine.
Since 2022, so it's been 3 years
Yeah.
na. Pero yung first ba ng when you learned flute, like you have a teacher, or from the very beginning, ikaw lang talaga mag-isa?
No, from the very beginning, yeah, I was just teaching myself.
Wow, and then you were able to find the correct angle for it. Wow, that's so amazing.
I would just like watch. I started like watching YouTube, and then when I started getting it, I would just read pieces until I would get the hang of it.
Who introduced you to flute ba?
It was really in the Adzu concert band. Kasi
Yun.
as a violist Adzu concert band, and yeah, just hearing the flute, I was like, it makes such a nice sound. I also want to play it.
Yes. Amazing. Narinig ko lang din yung flute. Kasi my eldest brother, he's also a flutist. And then, nalaman ko lang din yung about flute nung nag-minor din siya ng flute nung college niya. Kaya yun, sabi ko, maganda. Tapos nag-try ako. Parang, totoo yung sinabi mo na nakakahilo. Parang yung first set, tapos ang airy pa. Tapos ganun, sabi ni Kuya, mag-practice ka like 15 minutes every day. Parang 1 week, 2 weeks na siguro ako nag-flute. Tapos the rest parang, okay na. Okay na. Kaya it's so amazing na hanggang ngayon, 3 years, you're still learning flute. And I think it's also the same for other instruments then. Like, you also have the proper form then, diba, on how you play. Siguro para din, another music class tutorial for our listeners and viewers from EJ. So, paano yung viola?
I guess, yeah. So to make a sound, we actually put this resin-like substance called rosin on our bows, so that it actually sticks to the strings of the viola or whatever string instrument. And then that's what causes the vibrations, which, that's what causes the sounds. So, proper technique is needed. There's a lot of factors that affect your sound, such as how fast your bow is, how much pressure you use, and how close you are to the bridge, which is this wooden part. So a lot of factors really affect the sound. And mastering it is something that I'm still continuing to do, that everyone's continuing to do. So yeah, yun nga. If sa flute, you feel dizzy after only a few times playing, here, when you start out, the sound is going to be super scratchy because you're still trying to figure out the proper speed and pressure to put your bow.
May pa-sample ba na?
It's scratchy.
Scaling.
So that's scratchy, but after a while,
I mean, rinig talaga yung difference. Like someone who played it, like, beginner pa. Pakakasimula lang na matutong mag-play ng viola. And then, after some time, how many years ka na nag-play ng viola?
the viola itself, I've played 2 years ago.
2 years ago. And then, violin, ever since 10 years
10 years
old.
old, yes.
Tama. So, let's going back about music. So, for you guys, what is music for you? Like, when you play the instruments, what do you hope, anong message na gusto niyong iparating din to those who are listening to your music?
Whenever I play something, it's always, I want to, parang nag-emote lang ako, but I want to show an emotion that I feel or an emotion that the artist felt when they were playing, when they were composing this piece of music, this song. I want to be able to translate that into the viola. And yeah, so one is emotions. Two, I already said this previously, this is a form of relaxation, this is a form of escape. So even if I'm not in front of any audience, I do like to play and listen to music as a sort of relaxation.
Amazing.
I think our answers are very similar. I'll just add that like it's also nice to share the joy with others. Like when you play for others and that makes them happy or it entertains them or it makes them also evokes emotions in them. I think that's also very meaningful.
Aside from relaxation, how does the music help you like balance your life, siguro academics or ano ba, rehearsals or personal commitments? Or siguro in general na lang, like paano nakakatulong yung music aside from the message that you are sharing to the audience, like personally, like yeah, paano siya nakatulong sa inyo?
I think aside from what we've mentioned, it also like it helps with like disciplining you, like because like you want to get better, so you practice daily, that kind of thing. So it helps with discipline and focus, I say, because like you want to get better and to be able to play a certain piece and make it sound a certain way. So you really focus and dedicate time to it. So it really makes you more disciplined, more focused, more dedicated. Yeah.
In a similar vein, it learning music teaches you how to learn, how to grasp a certain concept, how to master it from scratch. I've been applying it to how I treat my academics, how I consume material, how I work on projects. So, ayun. It is certainly, I guess, it's a part of life na, how I interact with things I learned from my time as a musician.
I mean, thank you for your answers kasi parang ngayon ko lang din narinig na ganong answers kasi 'di ba usually nasasabi din na music is helpful because it connects all of us. Music is another language, which are all true. And then music also helps us calm our minds, distress sa mga ganon. And then ang amazing lang to think na music can also be an avenue for us to improve our discipline or focus, to learn. Like, it's really an exercise of our minds then because we have to plan out how to practice the pieces. And also, siguro exercise of our physical body din, no? Kasi if ever when you blow, you really have to have the stamina na yung hangin, mahaba talaga, tapos matagal mauubos. And then for the viola, like, nakakangalay ba yun, diba? Hindi naman.
Nakakangalay. So, sa rehearsals namin, it's Tuesday, Fridays, 5 to 8:30. We didn't have breaks dati. I still think we don't. So, dire-diretso yun. I guess, yeah. So, it nakakangalay and then sometimes you get blisters in your fingers. Yeah. And then you have to rest it on your neck also. That's why you see a lot of violinists will have some bruising here. So, it doesn't hurt naman, but you just see it build up over time. There is some physical toll naman.
And also yung gracefulness din ng bow, para maganda din tingnan.
So, pag pagod ka na, parang mas mahirap.
Super draining din ganon. So speaking of like physical, so mga ganon, yung mga practice niyo. So how do you prepare yourself mentally, emotionally before a concert or before a performance? Yung tawa ni Katie.
I just practice beforehand. I think at the first siguro simula pa lang, I was very nervous whenever I had, let's say, a solo part. One where I was very exposed na ako lang yung tumutugtog compared to the rest of the orchestra. But it's in the mindset na even before you play your part na you will be able to accomplish it. And then yun nga, this might be a bit conceited, but I also imagine the reactions of the people watching, So, I really look forward to it as well nowadays. I want to show people what I'm capable of. I want to show them the music that we made together. And that I guess puts me in the frame of mind to help me perform in front of an audience.
Yeah, that could also be a motivation and makikita mo yung vision mo, okay, maraming tao.
Yes.
Like parang na-anticipate mo talaga, okay, maraming makikinig and manonood. So, yes, I agree on you. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, nalilito na ako. Okay, Kate.
Usually, if it's before a performance, yeah, like sometimes I feel a bit nervous if like I have a solo, like that's a difficult part. And I usually like rehearse that last minute. I mean, practice it last minute. But then, yeah, I also like imagine the audience, but like more on like I want them to enjoy, I want them to enjoy what we're doing, what our performance, like to make their time watching us worth it.
Yes, like what you said earlier about sharing the joy you experienced in music. So what advice do you want to give siguro to young musicians like you guys joining orchestra or pursuing the passion of music?
Have fun.
Have fun.
You should be enjoying it.
Yeah, having fun is the most important thing, but also working hard, right?
Yeah.
You work hard, have fun, and get out there. Wag kang matakot, just be out there and play your hardest. Yeah.
Mahirap din talaga like when you decide to pursue music or anything in life. So parang yung first step talaga yung parang super hirap, and then once you go on with that step, mahirap pa rin, pero at least like you started something, and then yun, wag matakot, really. And then enjoy, and hard work din. It's really important din to exert effort for para din magawa kung ano yung gustong gawin talaga ng mga tao. And then, okay, nabasa ko rin, your second year legal management,
Yes.
and then fifth year computer science. Siguro like ever since ba, you really want to pursue that, let's say, course sa college? Or like, naisip niyo rin na, what if mag-music din ako sa college? Parang ganon. Or ano ba din yung connections na nakita niyo from your course and then from the music that you are pursuing now?
Sige, ako.
Sige.
Actually, I actually came from a science high school where we were required to join a STEM-related course when we graduated. So, while I didn't think of pursuing music na college because I really do enjoy science as well. I wanted to make it a point to keep music as a hobby that I keep on doing. And thankfully, yun nga, I found BSO as my avenue of music. Yan.
I actually did think of pursuing music in college, but it's also like I was like, maybe let's start with something more practical first, and maybe pursue music later. Cause I did though audition for UP College of Music, and I passed. But so hopefully that's a sign. Yeah, but yeah, in terms of legal management, I was ABM because I liked accounting, and then for other schools that I applied to, I also picked accounting. But for Ateneo, for ADMU, there's no accounting, and then so I wasn't sure what to pick. But then like there's this one teacher I had in senior high who would always say like, it's maybe like I think you should be a lawyer. It really suits you. So I was like, why not legal management, since it's aligned with my strand and legal, like the law. So and it was a good choice because I actually ended up enjoying it.
Galing. It's so amazing to hear. And not really to pressure you guys, pero like just curious, what are your plans like after college? Is it like, will you still continue to have this hobby of music, and then while at the same time pursuing your career, or will you focus on one, or what do you guys want to do in the future?
I'm the first. So yeah, I think music will always be there, like either as a hobby, as a main thing. It'll just always be there, but yeah, so it'll just be like balanced with whatever else is going on. Like I'm gonna go pursue further studies or a career, music will always like be a part of me.
Yun, same answer. Actually, I've been thinking about it a lot since I've actually already graduated from my first degree, computer science, along with my friends. So we're like the talks about careers and everything have already been surfacing. I do plan to keep music as a part of my entire lifestyle. Hindi na yun mawawala. So I guess it's just a matter of balancing that, just like how I did in college with music and academics.
You mentioned you graduated na sa first part ng
Yes.
computer science. Sorry, pwede pa expand.
Okay, so my course actually double degree. So kaya siya sobrang mahaba sa poster.
Yung may game
Yes.
design.
So
okay.
that's the degree I'm working on right now. So that's why I'm in my 5th year. I'm finishing that up and then off to work.
Off to work. Like, 1 year lang ba yung
Yes.
course? Amazing. Okay, so I think we've shared about your messages to the audience and then how music helped you. And then parang you journeyed. So like 5 years old and then 10 years old, like you started music. So through all those years, what were the challenges you faced? Siguro while you were pursuing music and then while you were also balancing your life as a student, as an individual. So what were your challenges and then how were you able to overcome them? Parang ito yung mga usual questions na pero magandang din siya, like for our listeners and
Yeah.
viewers din.
Early on, I guess, since pre-pandemic, one of the biggest things that I really struggled with is burnout with music. That's why I took frequent breaks because I would get burnt out. So it wasn't until BSO actually that I haven't stopped ever since I joined music. Ito yung period na I haven't been burnt out with music, that I've continued to enjoy for the longest time. But yun nga, in college, one of my biggest hurdles is balancing the rehearsals and the work needed for the year-end concert and my academics. Because, okay, for context, I'm part of the seniors batch. So, like last year, as part of the seniors batch, sa Ateneo, diba, they end a month early. Nagkataon na that the finals week of the seniors, the same, if not like a week later lang, of the year-end concert. So, magkasabay talaga sila. So, the workload there was really, really intense. And, yun nga, I had to find a way to balance my academics since, yun nga, first and foremost, I am a computer science student. But, the end result is worth it. I got my degrees and I played the concert and I think it went well naman.
Yes. Ilang months ba yung preparation for the concert?
We start preparing start of the year. So January, yes.
Tapos yun pa yung final weeks din ng
Yeah.
para sa graduating students. Alright. So thank you so much, EJ. Kaya ikaw ng Katie.
In my early music journey, I didn't really struggle because I did not take it seriously. I was very young. Like, I would not even practice. I would just like show up to lessons, weekly lessons, and just play what I knew. I think that's where I learned how to sight read. But yeah, it was only like during pandemic when you had nothing to do, being just at home in lockdown, and I was like, and then I decided to take it more seriously. And yeah, that's where I really started focusing on music and putting lots of time into it. Then come senior high, I didn't focus too much on my ACADS. It's really a time where I put a lot of effort into music since like Face to Face came back and I was part of my first ensemble at the concert band. So I really put lots of time into music. But it's not that I neglected my studies. I just put less time into it. But now I put a lot of time into both because I have this really big role in BSO, and also like being from the province, being in Ateneo de Manila, like there's like I want to do well.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations, and so proud of you that you were able to overcome these challenges. And then it's also again an inspiration for younger audience and those who want to pursue music. Actually, everyone in general, like no matter kung ano man yung mga challenges na mapagdaanan, malalampasan din yun through time. And also, you will be performing a duet later for our closing number entitled Silent Night. Perfect na perfect kasi burn na and then magka-Christmas na rin. So, anong reason? Bakit out of all the Christmas songs, Silent Night yung napili niyo? Or ano lang ba siya? Sige, Silent Night tayo ngayon.
Yeah, so I was like picking between the two pieces, and I picked Silent Light, and then he just like, why don't we duet it? And then he was able to find like a duet of it. So that's how we decided.
Amazing. Super excited nga ako din nga makarinig ng duet. Kasi kanina, from the opening number, we heard a solo of viola, and then so in the middle of this episode, we heard a solo flute. Kaya ngayon, sa closing number, super perfect kasi magsasabay kayong dalawa. Kaya before we end, may mga additional comments then supporters na from Kylie, go Katie, go ate ko yan. And then from Zara Mina Asri, galing, love from ZC. Tama ba Zamboanga? Yeah. Okay, kaya pala ZC. And then also Sir Jonathan is also watching us here live. So hi sir, we miss you. You hope you enjoy there. So God bless and kita-kits so soon na mga episodes here in the music class. So before we end, maybe there are final words you want to say to our audience, like ano yung mga final messages or final announcements maybe sa BSO or mga ganap nyo in life. Maybe you have your own recitals, your own concerts. And maybe shout-outs din to your fans, to your family members. As in guys, sabihin nyo na lahat ng gusto nyo sabihin. Go lang. Walang limit.
Ayun, I shout-out nga to my parents. I think they're watching right now, although di pa sila nagko-comment. But yeah, I think they're watching. Shout-out to everyone in BSO, especially, you know who you are. And then, tune into the Blue Symphony Orchestra page. So we performed our year-end concert last May, and the videos of the pieces that we've played are currently being released every Monday and Wednesday. So just search Blue Symphony Orchestra on YouTube, and then you'll see we've posted our first video, which is the Filipino Disco Medley. Ayan.
Yeah, so shout out to all my friends and family. Na mga oh my God. Honestly, shout out namin yung mga pamilya, yung mga amigo na Zamboanga, yung mga maestro, may maestra na Ateneo de Zamboanga University, shout out. Thank you for all your support. Gracias. Muchas gracias.
Ano yun? Siya ba kanto?
Yes.
Oh. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you rin. Alam mo, ang cute lang kasi nabasa ko lang sa comment. From your parents at Tom. Estela Gatchalian Mejilla. Sabi niya, go EJ anak. Go anak. Yes, you are watching.
Thank you po.
Thank you po. Thank you also to the parents and families and supporters and friends of our guests tonight for your support and for your comments. I mean, if ever meron pa po kayong mga questions and any support you want to share and send, feel free. Kasi mababalikan naman din ito, yung comments and then yung replay, meron din after. Then we also have sa YouTube din. Yun hindi talaga mawawala yung sa YouTube. Ganon. And then, okay, we have an additional comment from Lorraine Villagomez, watching from Kenya. Congratulations to the artists features today. Regards to Sir Ku. So, from international people then. Yes, you are live and it's reachable to everyone yung episode na ito. And of course, we'd also like to thank you for saying yes, although may practice and rehearsal kayo today sa BSO, but then you still gave time to be here with us tonight and to share your music. And thank you also for sharing your stories and experiences, yung journey niyo sa music, and giving us a tutorial session paano tugtugin yung musical instruments niyo. So yan, thank you so much for saying yes and God bless sa future endeavors niyo and sa mga ganaps niyo as students, student leaders, as musicians, as individuals, as in lahat-lahat na. And of course, we'd also like to thank everyone watching us tonight, Radyo Katipunan, to our listeners and viewers, si Sir Jonathan, Sir Justin, Kuya Jojo, and again, everyone, to our dearest listeners, viewers, supporters here at Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. And with that, we end another heartwarming and music-filled episode of the music class. So once again, this has been RJ, your one and only RJ with Love to the Max, your host for tonight, and we'll see you here every Tuesday at the same time at 7 p.m. So thank you so much with Love to the Max. So to officially close tonight's episode, please enjoy a beautiful duet performance of Silent Night by our guests, EJ and Katie. So good night, everyone, and as always, with Love to the Max, this has been the music class.
Isang di ako sa
You're here.
It's time for the music class. Join us for an evening of learning music and appreciating the art behind every hum, tune, and beat. Listen to engaging performances and insights from some of the top and upcoming musicians in the scene today. Tune in every Tuesday evening here on The Music Class. Let the music class begin.